Hello, everyone out there. Hope you're enjoying chess and learning every day. Remember, practice is a great way to get better at anything. So you just gotta practice and learn, do your puzzles, and also watch these types of games I bring to you to learn how the super GMs do it, the highest level of chess. So here we go. We have um, Jan Krzysztof Duda versus Kasparov at the Croatia event, and this is a blitz. So blitz is a very short game. You don't get as much thinking here. And over the board, OTC has been what's been common, but with the advent of pandemic, the online has become quite big for chess. And young kids usually like faster things. But anyway, it's good to slow down. But this one is actually a blitz. It's a few minutes here. And see how Duda was able to capture Kasparov. So here we go. Kasparov obviously has come back, a world champion for many years from the old era Soviet Union times, and Jan Krzysztof Duda, a young super GM from Poland. Okay, here we go. We have the e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes the d4 pawn, knight takes the d4 pawn, knight f6, knight c3, a6, bishop to g5, e6, f4, queen to c7, bishop takes on f6, bishop takes on, then we have the pawn takes on f6, queen to f3, b5, a3. So now this is a Najdorf. Najdorf is a very important player from Poland, from Jewish faith. Very interesting history, how he kind of got stuck in Argentina when World War II broke out. Some very tremendous, heartbreaking events in his life, but he was still able to turn it around and even have an opening named after him, the Najdorf, which you just saw. So there are some other videos that I have on the chess history and especially some of these players. So here we go. What comes next? Knight to c6. An interesting development. Things look good here for both. Then we have a queenside castling by Duda. Kasparov takes and is eyeing that queen, but alas, it's taken by the rook. Kasparov lines it up, his rook on the b file, while bishop goes to e2. Then we take the black bishop goes to d7. Okay, the pawn. Let the fight begin. We move that pawn move, and things are going to get interesting. Okay, look at that move. It's attacking, especially this piece, the rook. Does it look protected? Means anybody guarding it? And so what will Duda do? Oh, he finally brings a guard, brings another rook into the game to guard the rook on d4. So now Kasparov moves over and is eyeing the isolated pawn. Nobody's guarding it now. What shall Duda do? I just like saying Duda-doo. Like Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Duda-doo, Duda-doo. Anyway, alright, so now, do that is, you want your queen in the game? I'm gonna bring my queen into the game too. Haha. Okay, no problems. Kasparov just moves his bishop. We take. Okay, we now are going to attack. Wow. Just one step away from a check, my friends. Yes, indeed. And we can also take the bishop if we choose to. But that's the bishop's kind of tied down. I don't know. But I think the bishop, the knight would be better off checking the king. Did we now exchange king, queens? Ew, that's a major move. When we exchange queens. A lot of pressure off of that board. So now, what are we all going to do? There's no more queens. Okay, open file again, now going after this isolated pawn. No problem with tempo, we get the check. So of course the king has to move, which gives Duda a move to do what? To take that isolated pawn. Wow. So let's see how many pawns we have. We have 3, 4, 5, 6 white pawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we are pawn down with Kasparov's black pieces. That's what amazing move by that knight. And not just taking out, it's already attacking the rook. So now he's attacking that knight. So now he moves out of the way. So now we're really after that pawn. So now, okay, if you want to take that pawn, I'm gonna take you. No, I'll take you. No, and I'll take interesting move taking with the king instead of the rook. Interesting. Okay, now we continue on the middle of the board, trying to vie for position with a pawn down. That's not good news for Kasparov, though. Let's see if we can keep the pressure up. It's like a 5-minute game. This is blitz. This is not a long game, so you don't have much time to think. It's almost reaction. Okay, we move. Okay, check out of the way. And with this move, we have finished the game. Duda is a pawn up. That means Kasparov's a pawn down. And you can see that pretty soon there could be a skewer with the rook going to d5 if the bishop takes. Okay? And that would have 2 bishops, and one of the bishops would be lost. So basically a lost game for Kasparov. Congratulations to Jan Krzysztof Duda. Wow, beating one of the old masters, a world champion for so many years. Okay, so that's why it's also good to keep playing chess for young and old. For older people, it's supposed to stave off Alzheimer's. It keeps the neurons going, and for young kids, it helps with life skills, how to think, long-term, short-term plans, to have a plan. People can go through life without a plan. This game teaches you that you must have some sort of plan. A plan is better than no plan at all. That's one of the great chess masters has said. And pin it to win it. There are some things you can learn that can cement in your head, and you will remember them when playing a game. But the thing is to have fun. Okay? You're not a super GM yet, but hey, every day you could be on your way. Thank you so much, and hit that like, subscribe button for me. Au revoir.